Have you ever looked into your own mother's eyes and realized she would completely destroy your life just to give your sister a head start? Yeah, me too. Growing up in the Midwest, I was always the background character. My older sister Lexi was the quintessential all-American golden child. She was the varsity cheerleader, the girl who never did any wrong. And me, I was the quiet nerd hiding in the attic. My parents made it very clear early on that Lexi was their retirement plan. I was just there. When I moved out at 18, I worked as a barista by day, and by night I wrote. I poured my soul into a fantasy novel, publishing it under a secret pen name. Against all odds, it blew up. I am talking bestseller list, crazy viral on social media. Nobody knew my identity, but my publisher did. They set up a high-profile masquerade gala in Los Angeles to finally unmask me and sign a $5 million movie deal. I made the biggest mistake of my life. I told my family. I invited them, hoping they would finally be proud. When I told them the news, my dad choked on his beer laughing. My mom rolled her eyes, saying, "Oh, honey, nobody is paying you millions for a hobby." Lexi just stared at me with a cold, calculating look. But when I showed them the contracts and the first-class plane tickets, the laughter stopped. The room got dead quiet. I should have known that silence was dangerous. Fast forward to the night of the gala. I was staying in a luxury hotel suite. I had a custom-made ruby red gown laid out. I stepped into the bathroom to take a quick shower, feeling like royalty. But when I stepped out, my dress was gone. My ID was gone. The legal documents, missing. And the door to my suite was dead-bolted from the outside. I panicked. I pounded on the heavy wooden door, screaming for help. Finally, I heard my mother's voice. "Calm down, sweetheart," she said, her voice completely flat. "Lexi is going to take it from here. She has the look for Hollywood. You do not. She is going to sign the contracts, be the face of the brand, and take care of us. You should be happy. You always were so selfish." I stood there, completely paralyzed. My own family orchestrated a hostile takeover of my existence. Lexi was going to walk onto that stage, wearing my dress, and legally steal my life's work. But they forgot one crucial detail. I am the one who writes the plot twists. I grabbed a heavy lamp and smashed the glass of the balcony door. I climbed out onto the ledge, 3 stories up, heart pounding out of my chest, and shimmied over to the adjoining balcony. I broke into the neighboring room, terrified the guests, and bolted down the hallway. I did not have a fancy dress. I was wearing oversized borrowed hotel sweatpants, and my hair was a wet, tangled mess. I sprinted 3 blocks, barefoot, bursting through the doors just as the CEO took the microphone. "Ladies and gentlemen," he announced, "meet the brilliant mind behind the masterpiece." The spotlight hit the grand staircase, and there she was, Lexi, wearing my ruby red dress, soaking in the applause. She walked down, oozing fake confidence, toward the signing table where the $5 million contract waited. My mother was in the front row, wiping away a fake tear. Lexi picked up the pen. "Stop!" I screamed, my voice echoing. Every single head whipped around to look at the barefoot, soaking wet girl in the doorway. I marched down the center aisle, staring a hole through my sister. Lexi froze. Her face went ghost white. My mother leaped up, shouting, "Security, remove this crazy woman." But my agent, who had worked with me over Zoom for 2 years, recognized my voice immediately. "Wait," my agent said, looking at Lexi. "Who are you?" "I am the author," I said, catching my breath. "And that woman in the red dress is committing felony fraud." She literally dropped the pen and tried to bolt for the exit, but private security blocked the doors. The CEO called the police. Within exactly 20 minutes, they arrived. My sister was crying, begging me to say it was a prank. My mother screamed it was a misunderstanding. But forging legal documents for $5 million, that is not a misunderstanding. That is a massive federal crime. They led Lexi out in handcuffs, right past the paparazzi. My mother tried to follow, sobbing, completely humiliated. I turned to the CEO, shrugged, and said sorry for the dramatic entrance. "Do we still have a deal?" He smiled, handed me the pen, and said, "The best story always wins." And right there in hotel sweatpants, I signed my new life into existence.